So I noticed that The Guardian decided to do a piece on alleged firearms, Section 5 items anyway, that are available on Amazon. So let's see what they found out.
So here it is, the Pyexon Guardian Angel 2 Dusty. Available on amazon.co.uk, priced $36.73 with free delivery. You can even get it gift wrapped.
So it seems that they've discovered a stun gun for sale on Amazon, which, you know, isn't really surprising, because you think that Amazon sell these sorts of items perfectly legally all over the world in countries that sort of have more sensible laws. So it's not surprising with such a huge company that occasionally stuff like this would slip through the net. Now, you would think a sensible, responsible person, if they were that concerned, would report this to the police, or they would report it to Amazon. And, you know, that's it, really. I mean, I noticed that there's no comments here, you know, for a supposed investigative journalist from a supposedly non-biased organisation, that they might think, you know, where's the logic here? I mean, in the UK, under Section 1, you can buy almost, you know, all kinds of firearms, and yet a stun gun, which would have a very practical purpose for certain people, you know, even under a licensing regime, you know, is Section 5 and is effectively illegal. I mean, I know, as I said, I've got relatives who've dealt with legal cases where their lives genuinely were at risk coming to and from court. And what they get given to protect themselves? A personal alarm. Now, that isn't really going to cut the mustard if you've got the IRA after you or bank robbers after you. You would think, under a logical system, that certain people under certain circumstances would be able to obtain a stun gun just to defend themselves. I mean, it's basic logic. But of course, The Guardian wouldn't like that, because The Guardian don't approve of, well, I don't know, of anything that could be possibly construed as somebody, I don't know, as an individual defending themselves. But oh well, let's see what else they found out.
A bit closer through Amazon's listings, and you'll find an illegal arsenal available to all. Fans of Peaky Blinders will recognise this design, but hidden blades are illegal in the UK. This weapon is sold as a torch, but has a sinister dual function.
Now the first item, that sort of knife thingy that comes from under your cap, that looks like a piece of equipment you would use for Krav Maga, which is an Israeli martial art. And I'm not even sure if that would actually be illegal in the UK, not in itself. I mean, sure, if you're wandering around carrying it, yeah, that would be probably a concealed weapon of some sort under the law. But in itself, to possess that, I don't think that would be illegal. The stun gun, yeah, it would be. But yeah, they do seem to be dramatising this quite a lot. It's almost like, I hate to say it, like they're advertising this stuff.
Here's the stun gun. Let's see what some of the buyers say. Is this legal in the UK? And there's a posting back from someone called Dan J in capital letters. I would say not. It's classed as a firearm and you could get 8 years for carrying. We'll take our chances. Let's buy it.
So he's quite clear here. He's read the reviews, he's read what people have said, you know, oh God, you could get 8 years in prison for carrying this. And he says, I'll take my chances and I'll buy it. And he's done that, recorded it, and broadcasted it to the world. Well, who the hell does this guy think he is? I mean, you've just committed a criminal offence. You should be in prison right now. What, you think because you're a journalist the law doesn't apply to you? You think that this is in some way in the public interest? Well, how so? How is it in the public interest? I mean, if you were talking about this in the context of saying maybe this law needs looking at, maybe there are certain people who might need a stun gun or some pepper spray or whatever under licence to protect themselves because of the job they do, you know, that would be some journalism that would have merit. But all you've achieved here is that you've made it clear to the whole world that it is indeed possible to buy illegal items on Amazon through, obviously, an oversight on Amazon's part, and then purchase them and then receive them in the UK. Well, how is that helping the public in any shape or form? If you were helping the public, you would just contact the police or contact Amazon and say, oh, I think there's been a bit of a mistake here. You know, you better get this item off before people find out about it. But as of now, yeah, sure, okay, you've taken a few items off Amazon that shouldn't be there, but there's bound to be more of them. There's bound to be, because it's such a huge thing. I mean, the fact that you found those means there's probably many more other items that you could buy illegally, and you've just now pointed that out to people all over Great Britain. So the public interest argument doesn't actually hold up here, and all you've shown is that you've committed a criminal offence. So where's the justice? Why isn't this journalist now under investigation? It does beg a belief sometimes, but there we are. That's it. I'm out.